Okay, I want to welcome everybody. Welcome again. Okay, welcome to another video on Blender 2.8. As I say, I do a lot of animation work, art and animation, 2D stuff usually, but I've also been studying Blender 2.8 because I want to start doing some 3D stuff also, 3D animation, and plus also 3D can help me with some of my 2D as well. So I love to do 2D animation and 3D animation and artwork and comics and a lot of different things. Okay, in the last video, I actually was talking about measurements. The video, I've just uploaded a video here called Buildings with Window and Door Measurements. Okay, in Blender 2.8. And what that basically is, in the previous video you'll see me just basically using the loop cut tool in edit mode to cut shapes, okay, to mark horizontal lines across a building. I'll just show you again very quickly. If I go into edit mode very quickly here, then select the loop cut tool, I can cut along the sides, and then if I was to have like another building, let's say I make another building here, another one, let's say, a duplicate of that. Hang on 1 second. Okay, yeah, and another one. If I had another building, let's say, if I had another one, and it doesn't matter what kind of building, it might be slightly different, or it might be, taller or whatever shape, it doesn't really matter what shape it is or anything. If I wanted to measure the lines up and everything to get the windows the same size, I could literally just change the view on a side sort of angle like this, whilst in object mode, other side, and literally align it up, because it gives you a grid, see. So I can line it up like that, go here, and we can't really see the lines so far which I've added, but if I go into wireframe mode we can see that. And I can turn off X-ray view there, and then basically I could just go in and do like I said. I really don't know why it's actually giving me a strange looking building here with lines on it. Oh, it's because I copied it, that's why. Yeah, of course. So let's go add a new cube, not duplicate, for this example, because we need a fresh new cube. I'm going to put that in place, okay, and you can see what I'm talking about already, because we can see the lines there just about. So if I go in now, I can really try to get more of an accurate line up using what we can see here, plus the grid. It's just helping me visually. I can literally left click and hold to drag with the loop cut tool, on the horizontal, and then we can get the same kind of lines. So whenever I want to do any windows like this or whatever, they may be slightly different, but they're going to be the right height. I think the length could be different. Just select another object, go into object mode, and then you can edit those in edit mode. And then once you're there, you can go back to whatever mode you want. Basically, I can go into solid mode, and whilst we're in edit mode, we can have it like, as I say, I can edit these individually now by going into the extrude tool and choosing the extrude individual and choosing faces from the top here. And I can choose which ones are the windows or doors if we were doing doors. Check out the other video and you'll see that. But if you don't want to be doing it this way, like editing one after the other, you may want to like edit multiple windows on one building or maybe two buildings. What you could do is join these up to be one object, and I'll just show you that very, very quickly now. I'll go to object mode and then here select the first object, then hold down shift and press the other, click on the other object, left clicking. Now press and hold control and press J. Now they're one object. Now if I go into edit mode, it should show up as one object. You see, I've got faces selected here, I've got the select tool here, selecting again, holding shift to multi-select the windows I want to be working with, and now I go down to the individual extrude, push that in, slightly. I can also go to the inset faces tool and then bring those in a little bit if I wish to, like just slightly maybe, and then push those in as well slightly, give it a frame sort of thing, and then what I could do is I could assign different materials. I could have a concrete wall, and then I could have like a wooden or a metal white frame, and then either transparent or black windows or some kind of colour for the windows if I wanted to do that, for the glass. Now I want to say this is just a simple way you can do things, right? What I was thinking though is I was thinking of another way of editing buildings to make to get good measurements for the buildings, okay? And that would be to go. I'm trying to work this out myself. We could make a kind of like frame, I'm thinking. By that I'll show you what I mean. If I make like a mesh, a cube, okay, move it up, get into an angle here so we can get the right to find out where the floor is. Go to here, and then also I could, if I wanted to, I could just make it like one thing, like a thin thing, like make a ruler for myself, like make that very thin. It could just be as simple as a plane, but I've given it like a thick thing here. In fact, to make that right, I'll delete this cube and I will make a plane. Okay, I'll add a mesh plane. We need to rotate it so it's like straight, right? Let me just press R and then what, 90? Yeah, nope. Let's press R X 90. It's good enough, okay. And now maybe how about R, oh wow. For some reason it's not perfectly straight though now, so we've just messed something else up. Hold on 1 second. So that's like that, okay. Damn, okay, oh, I'm still learning how to do this. Y 90, okay, that's right, now press enter. Okay, so we've got this, okay, here, and I'm going to make a ruler out of this, so let's move this up here. Okay, here. Get on the angle, that's a ruler basically. Now, from here I could like lengthen that out, make it longer. I could even make a whole 3D grid out of this, the different shaped rulers. But I'm just going to let's imagine now that we're making the thing, right? So I'm going to go in with the loop cut tool in edit mode and just cut what I want to do for the windows as such, again. So let's imagine we want all of our windows to be this height, and we can do different windows as we go. So we want them all that height, okay? I'm going to turn off the visibility for the light, just so you don't get that line there, which is distracting. That's that, okay. Now, what I'm going to do is... So, sorry, yeah, I just stopped the camera for one moment there, but the recording. But what I was saying was, yeah, when you're in object mode, you select an object, and then you go into edit mode, and it will only allow you to edit that object. So this is a clever little thing, and that's an extra bonus. As you can see, it's added it's a wireframe, and it is fairly decently thick enough. It's like we don't want it super thick anyway, super thick, right? So It is a wireframe. I mean, it's good enough. In my opinion, that's good enough. But I could, before I hit the apply button over here on the right, I could just give it a little, bump it up a little bit in thickness. You see, making it a bit thicker, and we'll use that as a ruler. Is what I'm thinking. Even that's like way too thick, really. Let's make this as a ruler, okay, a slight ruler, and see how we can do it. I'm going to press apply. Okay. And now let's imagine, okay, that I'm going to right here add a cube. Let's give it a try. Before I do that, how am I going to? I'm thinking I may need to like change the colour of it or something. Let's see. What do we want to do? See, the idea is good, but I'm thinking, do I need to lock the thing first, you see? Hold on. I'll add a cube and see what we can do. Add mesh cube. Move that up. Well, that is actually almost right. Let's go to here. That about here. This is incredible. It should be about here, okay? So, okay. Yeah, you see? Now from here, so I need to move this back, right? Now let's imagine I want to make this a building, so we're just going to change the size. Let's make it just whatever size we want, okay? Something crazy. Move this up. And my idea is, by selecting the object first and then going into edit mode, it will only allow us to cut holes from this building anyway, right? This hole anyway. So going in on that building anyway, I mean, so I can literally line it up behind that ruler as such. You see, this is my idea, and get those cuts I want, okay? And then let's say I want to add another building. So let's just imagine I want to add another building, okay? Okay, so we're going to go into object mode now. Click that. Move it up. Oh, excuse me. No. My mistake. Sorry. Don't add an object while you're in edit mode. That's a good point. Let's go into object mode and then add the object. Otherwise, it seems to like join it as another object sort of thing. You don't want to do that. Let's get that camera angle right. So we need to get these objects right because they're a bit. I mean, that what I just did there, I kind of messed up that one. So because it was like a bit lower than the ground, you see. But what I can do is go to this and go to edit mode, quickly go down to this shrink and flatten one, and go to select the face first. Sorry. Go here and then just drag it in and just match that up. Okay, great. Done that good. Go back to object mode, right? Click on this one now, okay? Keep it on the right Z axis that we've got there. I'm just going to move it into a different position, okay? So for this, I'm literally going to make some crazy one. Let's just stretch it out, rotate it to some crazy diagonal angle or something. Move it along, and let's say we want to make a window along this side now, okay? Just along there, but the window is going to be the same height, okay? So let's go into edit mode quickly. Checking this recording's okay. Yeah. Clicking on the face, just quickly. Whatever. I'm going to like stretch it up, you know, higher, like a higher building or something. Okay, now what my idea is to go back into object mode and select our wireframe and literally line it up along that some way. So I'm going to move it along there, you know, sort of thing. Rotate just the best I can, holding down control to get those increments. I've got it on a diagonal, very awkward angle for a purpose. But then again, we got some very good angles here anyway, don't we? That we can still get it pretty good anyway. Let's see. And I don't think we have to get it exact. That might sound really dumb me saying that. Why not? You know, but I really don't think we need to get it exact. Like doesn't seem perfect. That doesn't to me. But it's like you can just go there, try and get the best you can, and that ultimately is just the best we can get it anyway, right? Right, okay, so going along here, you know, going back to the wall there, just so we can see it. I must be able to see it in front of the wall. Must be able to see it in front of the wall. Now I'm going to click on the object itself, which is a second building. Okay. And I'm not gonna go into a special one of these views here. I'm just gonna work it as I can along here. So I'm going to go into the edit mode. It will only allow me to select edit, the same as in modeling mode or sculpting mode. It will only allow you to edit as such the object that you've already currently selected in object mode. So this is a good thing, right? So let's go to loop cut. Please excuse me. Horizontal loop cut. Go down and I line that up with the ruler what I've given myself here, so to speak. That's done now. Let's go back to object mode for a moment. We don't even need this ruler now. Let's move our ruler away and then go to edit mode. Oh no, sorry, object mode. And you'll see if I show you, it's going to have those lines. Okay, hold on one second. Can you see? The same for the other building too. Obviously it's going to have those lines where the windows are, and they should match up more or less. Now you're not going to see it straight away when you do that, unless we literally go into this. We go into wireframe mode maybe, okay. But it's only going to allow me to work on the one. You can see the lighter one. It's just the one that I selected in object mode first. So I won't be able to edit them both. Now as I say, you can join the objects up. So I can go into solid mode. Solid view, go to object mode, select the first building, any of those, and then hold down shift here, and then click on the other one, left clicking this, and then again, and then holding shift and then pressing J. Now it's one building with its different faces and different geometry. Now if I go into edit mode, okay, what I really should have done actually is I should have added some more loop cuts to make the windows. So let's go to here. Okay, one, just making it any way I want. Okay, I'll do this, I can do that. I'll make one of them a door in a moment. I'll make some windows on this side, you see, make a couple of windows on this side. Okay, maybe make this a door or something. Okay, here, something like that, you know, and then make this a window. A long one even, make it a different, totally different thing if you want. I could do like lines in here. I'm not going to bother right now. You know, and then go in, as I say, with edge selected up here, edge. Okay, you could actually go in and like just go to the select tool, and then I'm going to choose a few ones I don't want to have faces, edges, like this one and this one, because they're going to be doors. And I'm also going to select, well, just those two basically. I was going to make this a door as well. I'll make this a door as well. Okay, double doors and one single wide door. I'm going to right click now and press dissolve edges, so they're gone, you see. Now I'm going to go to face select mode and just start selecting our windows and doors. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and just this, and see. Then I'm going to go to, as I say, extrude individual. Left click and hold to like choose which one you want, but it's extrude individual. I'm going to push them in, you see. What we've actually got is some issues, it seems here, and I've just realised this. Okay, I've just realised this. The issue being that, as you can see, two issues. One issue, because this double door had a one edge line down the middle of it, that has actually given it an edge, you see. So that was not the best way to actually make double doors necessarily. Okay, you would have been better to like added an edge later on or something. Another problem you've noticed here is they're not straight on this sorry, the camera just cut out, but I'm saying another problem you'll see is they extruded okay on this part here, but they on the rest of them, but on this side they didn't, because not only is the depth a little bit wrong too, a lot wrong actually, but not also they're on an angle, a diagonal sort of angle, which is absolutely wrong. So the best way to have dealt with this would be to have pushed the windows in and doors in before turning this building on a diagonal angle, doing it on a flat straight plane. But then again, me saying that is probably partly wrong too. It's because I selected them all at one go. I'm not too sure. Let me hold down Control and press Z a couple of times. Okay, a couple of times, and then I'm going to get rid of that line in the middle there, what we just had. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to first of all, let's have an experiment. I'm going to click this one and then dissolve this one. Let's just see what we can do with this one first. Okay, go into Face Select, 1, 2, and push them in and see what we get. It still goes on the diagonal, so that goes to show you, doesn't it? Okay, so how about if we choose a different extrude method, like extrude to cursor? Well, that just messed the whole damn thing up. I think we could still use the extrude to individual, but I think what we need to really do, let me try extrude region first of all. Oh, that works. Extrude region works. Okay, I was gonna say push it in on extrude individual, but then use a move tool, maybe moving the faces like into another angle. But I'm not going to do that here. Like push them in and then keep the faces selected and just click on the move tool and just drag them across to straighten them. But I think the best way to do this is the extrude region. It seems to have worked much better. In fact, because it worked pretty well, I'm gonna actually hang on. I'm actually going to try to do that again, what we already had in the beginning. So I'm just going to select these double doors and that door and go to dissolve edges, then choose faces, select faces, and then select them, the window, the door, the window, the double doors, which are now here for some reason. Yeah, I've done that in the wrong place, didn't I? Okay, they should have been over here actually. Alright, well that means we're less one window. I was going to add a window or a door. I'm going to have this here, okay. Again, there's a problem with that line though. The problem really is the line. But let's just try it, okay. Extrude. Maybe it's because it's extrude individual anyway. So let's choose extrude region, and that works. So extrude region fixed both of those problems. Did it or not? Did it or not? Hang on. I'm saying it did, but to me it's still looking like it's on a diagonal to me. Damn. It is still on the diagonal, isn't it? I mean, yeah, oh it is, look, it's something to do with when it's joined up with two, that's what it is. So let's make it a region. Let's just select one angle there. Okay, that's straight, okay. Now I'm going to select another area. So here and here and here. Pushing those in. Okay, so you have to literally select the region. But if that works, I don't see why it shouldn't work in extrude individual. Let's try extrude individual. So 1, 2, push it in. I prefer to push them all in like, yeah, that doesn't work, okay. Yeah, so you have to do extrude region to get them straight on the line. Okay, so now we've finally found the use to extrude region. The other reason being, see, it gives them proper straightness, okay, right, in how it pushes them in. And not only that, it doesn't give you those weird extra geometry in the middle there, which is good. Meaning I could also like select one door and slightly pull it out a little bit more differently if I wanted to, or who knows, maybe even turn it to make it like a door that's been pushed in slightly or something like that, you know, just to give some art like details or something if you wanted to do something simple, I'm saying, you know, and things like that. So, but the thing we've done here is we've used this ruler tool that I made, which I'm really happy with, this ruler tool here I made. So let's go into rendered view for a moment and just add our lighting. I'll just change the colour of the background just for a moment, slightly bluer or something. Okay, so let's go here. Where's the light? Turn that light on. There it is. Okay, we can just like move that around. Let's have a look. Get those shadows working, you know. Yeah, just to see what it looks like, yeah. And that's what you got. So, you know, we're working it, we're kind of getting there, right? So, working the geometry, we can do a lot of stuff. We can work different kinds of rooftops. I can put things like signs up and stuff. You see, it is actually coming together now. If I go to, click on the object first, then go to edit mode, I could do a lot of different things. I could probably, if I was smart, I could go in, go like this, see, make another one, you know, and I could delete some of these lines that we don't need, like as in, you know, dissolve edges, you know, excuse me, dissolve edges there, dissolve the ones we don't need. And I could like extrude parts like this to make it, oh, not, see, the problem is it drags things in sometimes. That's the problem with the extrude individual, extrude region, sorry. We go to extrude individual. Oh, I've got to no, I've got to choose face is what it is, face, sorry, my mistake. So let's try extrude region again. In face, sorry, that's right. Okay, see, and then got like a sign or something, you know. I could even, as I say, tilt it. I love the way you can rotate things still as well. You know, I could do this, but the problem is it's on an angle, it's a funny angle sort of thing, you know. So that's no good. But it's really, really easy to fix. Just choose edges and then choose the move tool, and I guess you can drag it this way. No, hang on. Choose the edge tool. Hang on, the edge. Anyway, you get the idea, right? Okay, hold on. I can probably. Yeah, it's because of these extra lines and stuff underneath it. See, this is the problem. But I won't do it. I won't bother to like mess around with this one right now. I'll just do another one. Like what you could do is you could do another big sign. I could even add a cube in. Just literally add a cube or add a plane, and then with the plane, excuse me, add it while you're in object mode. Otherwise, it will join it to the whole thing. Seems to. But you know, you can. Check my time on here. Yeah, so you could go to cube, or you could add a plane, size the plane, and then add a solidify modifier, and so to give it a little bit of thickness. But I'm just going to use a cube here, and make that, change the size, make it thin like a sign or something. Go like this, picking my nose here, sorry, on camera as well. I'm going to go up here. Okay, you know, and go push it up against the wall and do it good. Just literally, you know, you can put it right there, literally paint your own signs on or paste them on using a stencil or something. If you didn't want to put the textures on and resize them and position them, you could just paint them on using a, you know, like stencil. Do the art in an art software, make signs and stuff, and use the stencil, get it in a nice good angle, use these viewers things, controls if you wish to, and then you could just paint them on, paste them on like stickers, you know, and you can do some nice looking stuff on top of what you already have. So you may have like a wooden texture on top of this for the sign, and then stone walls or whatever it is, stone, like concrete, whatever, bricks or whatever, or metal, whatever, you know. And then you can literally paint, just paste those on like stencil paint. And if you want to see how to do that, I've made videos on that already, on texture painting and stenciling, stencil painting and stuff, so you can check that out. I can also put an extra little bit of geometry behind here, like put in another thing to make it look like it's attached to the wall. But I'm not doing that here, I'm just showing you a basic thing, okay? Pressing G to grab after clicking on that. Yeah, okay. Don't forget you would put a lot of different colours. Okay, I'm really sorry, the camera just cut out there. I was just saying, like, these signs, okay, there's different ways of making these signs. I could have like extra geometry behind here to make it look like it was actually attached to the wall. You know, I just moved that light by clicking the light and then left clicking and then pressing G and then moving my mouse to get into another angle. I was also saying that you can get different kind of camera angles, you'd put different kind of textures and stuff on. You could have like wooden textures for the signs and concrete for the walls or whatever, or stone or concrete or brick, and then you could go to the stencils and paint on, just do the artwork for your signs and stuff or other details in art software, and then you could stencil paint these on, just paste them on and get them in a good angle and stuff. I've made videos on texture painting basics and stencil paint basics as well, so it's all there, you know. As I say, you can make comics or whatever, you can get your camera angles and draw it all properly. This could be just a rough setup. You can make game environments for games and stuff, and really like put some work in to make them really good too, not like basic like they look now, you know. But yeah, but the ruler was very handy, I'm sure you'll agree, the ruler idea, to make everything the right height and everything, you know. So you could use the loop cut tool and make lines all around the whole building or such, if you wanted to, so make them all of all the right heights and, you know, widths and everything. You could use a ruler to get them the right exact angles and position it and stuff, you know, right sizes and stuff as well. I mean, you could do them singly, like single buildings, and then put them together. You could play around with the array tool as well, to like add floors or add more buildings in a line or floors without actually modelling each one. The same as like copying and pasting, so to speak, you know. By that I'll show you what I mean, so let me just get rid of this just quickly. Okay, so let's imagine I have a building, okay, and I move the building up, you know, the only way is up, baby, for you and me. I won't do that again, sorry. Kylie Minogue, old classic songs from the 80s, you can't beat. Yeah, let's get back to what I'm saying though. Yeah, the only way is up. Yeah, but you could be here, okay, and you could literally, let's say we're gonna make a few buildings, damn it. So I'm gonna just drag this up. Okay, I'm using the multiple thingamajig tool here. Putting that here. Let's just make a few copies of that. Bang, Y, boom again. Bang, Y. Boom. Drag it a bit longer. We'll do some different stuff here. Okay, I'm just going to turn a few things and just make it wild and crazy, you know. Stuff, different kinds of shapes. Let's see for the buildings. I can make this over here maybe. Okay, just make that some crazy shape, right? I'm going to just select them all and then join them up. Remember, hold shift and left click on each one to select them all, then hold control and press J, okay, to make them one object. Now it's all one object, okay, it's all made as one. I'm going to move the light out of the way for a moment. I'm going to go to edit mode, once clicking on our single object here, going to edit mode, then going down to loop cut, and it just, I was going to say that it should allow me to like cut along around the whole thing. I don't know why that's not happening now. I thought that I'd be lucky enough to like have my cake and eat it, but it's not allowing me, is it? It's not allowing me to, but the good thing is it doesn't matter, because look, I still can see, because it's still one object, it's allowing me to actually use those, still view those lines, which is a great thing. So that is good, isn't it? See, it's still even though it's breaking it up into pieces, which is strange. I thought it would cut around the whole thing, but it's still okay, because it's still giving you a full loop of the pieces, but it's allowing me to still view and edit each of those individual ones, and view them and use them as guides, like the ruler, okay, and also at the same time edit the whole model, because it's a single model anyway, isn't it? And I could do it the same for the other floors, you know, here. So just really quickly doing a couple of floors, trying to keep them like roughly the same size. I'm going to stop this video in a minute, guys. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this one. And you get the idea, right? You can like go in and then do that, just make some windows, you know, make a couple of simple windows here. Okay, just really quickly make a small window. here. See, you don't always need to be on those straight on camera angles. I can have it like this freely and still see what I'm doing, but it just sometimes you need to measure them to get them the right, certain right angles and certain correct angles, and also when you're lining them up with the floor and stuff and things like that. Now from here I'm going to click faces, okay, select face, select, and then just choose a load of faces, go to select, bam, hold shift to multiply, select multiple ones, you know, boom, 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 boom. We don't have to do the other side, reason being because I didn't add it. Did I? Oh, I did, okay, without knowing it. Bam, bam, just add in some windows wherever I want. So that's cool. It's a great thing. See, the loop cut tool, you can do extra things. On this side we didn't have any, did we? Maybe I'll add one in a moment, okay. Let's go to, good point. Now I've done it wrong. Let's click away. Damn it. Because of the extrude region, because they're on diagonals, so we can't do it that way. I have to extrude region, and on whatever angle it's on, just work that angle first. Show you again. Let me just add another quick window in here. Could have done two, but let me show you, okay. So we're just going to do one angle at a time, okay. Or one building on one angle at a time. These are three buildings put together, but it's one model. I'm going to select faces, okay. 1, 2. This should work because they're all on one. How do I say, one angle, so to speak. So just this part. If I go to, we shouldn't get any diagonal weird stuff going on. It's on region, okay. Oh, wrong, excuse me. Oh, so that was wrong, you see. It pushes that in and pushes those along. So we need to, how about individual then? Go to individual. That works. Is it working, or is it on a weird diagonal? No. Okay, it's working. Good. So that worked. Now for the other one, see, if I would have done the other ones here, they were on a different angle, so that those ones may have ended up pushing diagonally. Similar kind of mishap, you know, thing as what we just had with the region select thing. So you got to understand both. So I'm going to do this, 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 and this, and just go around there. There's no window. Okay, two windows here. They should be okay. Mind you, I'm saying that, and I think these should be okay as well, because these two parts here are not on a diagonal like this one is, of any kind. They're on just a normal. So these should all be okay. There's back windows there too. But let's just go to individual and push them all in like a champion. Okay. That worked, okay. Good. So that's what we do, and then what we do is we would add the frames and stuff in, as I say, as well. As for roofs and stuff, I would really recommend just doing the roofs separately and putting them on, if you don't do them at the start as individual pieces. A simple way around doing this would be to add cubes, basically. So let's just add a cube. I'll go into object mode. Okay, so I'm just going into object mode now, and I'm just going to make some buildings. Okay, I mean roofs. Sorry. That's in the right place where we want it. So good. I'm going to put that on the top. Make it kind of like a thick thing. I'm going to do it that way. Okay, pushing that down. We can simply just duplicate it to, or I could just make this. We'll make one, and then we'll duplicate them all, and then just turn them about. Turn the diagonal one around. So we'll just make one. That saves that's a lot of work. Editing this as a single object anyway. I'm going to have some fun with it. Let's just do an inset or something. Oh, wrong. Just select the one face. Do an inset. If it allows me. Hold on. Do an inset. I'm going to zoom in better. Come on, man. Let me do the inset, damn it. Okay, there we go. Just do a simple inset like that. It's not the best, but different ways. What I can do is extrude. Maybe. How about selecting extrude region and seeing what that does? Oh, I thought it would you know, pull those up. It didn't. What about if I just move it, flatten? What's that? Shrink, flatten. No, it didn't work. Okay, so let's just select the other faces and see what we can do. Will that work or not? I really don't know. thinking the best way to do this now. How do you move that up? Just confusing myself here. It's confusing me now. Damn, it's really confusing me as well. I guess we can just do it a simple way. I guess there's one real simple fix to this, and that's choosing the, I don't know for sure, but choosing these edges and then maybe moving them down. Yeah, moving them down. Okay, that's basically a good fix, right? The move tool, you forget that move tool, see, it's still like a extra work tool for the editing here. Okay, so now I'm going to go into object mode, copy again, hold down shift, press D to duplicate. Now I'm going to press Y on the Y axis. Y is the green axis, red is the X axis, and Z or Z is the straight up and down axis, you know. So there. I'm going to duplicate this one now. Okay, move that along. We're going to have to resize this one as well. I'm going to rotate it a bit, use holding down control here sometimes to get those increments, and then letting go and just doing a more natural one. I guess it's just a case of manually moving it into place basically. Okay, now I'm going to drag this one a bit longer. I'm going to move it into place, alright, so oh, hang on. You can already see the issues with this, can't you? Before we turn it, okay, let's just make this longer. It's not going to be perfect, is it? But I'm just going to do a basic one here for today. Like a simple roof, that's about right. You know, just move it into place. And then, you know, just move it into place, as I say. Good. And there we go. We've got some roofs on the buildings, okay? They're not perfect, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all. I'll just select them all like that, or press A. You can do it like press A. Oh, you don't want to select these, okay? So press A. Sorry, hold on. Press A and then hold Shift and press and deselect the lights. Okay, it's not working too well. So let's just select everything here. Hold Control and press J. Is that going to work? Come on, man, it's got to work, man. Alright, I'm just going to select everyone, one by one, everything, and then do that. And now it's one object. And as I said, those windows, we could have done insets on the windows and pushed them in a bit further, you see, to make them all, give them frames, and then put doors and pipes up the walls and all kinds of things. And you could add signs that stick out from the walls and stuff if you wanted to. Such as, just really quickly before I stop this video, I could, you know, add a little sign or something on the wall, you know what I mean, like a little sign or something, just to show you, just very quickly, okay. Sometimes you've got to zoom into these angles to get it well proper, you know. Put a sign there or something, could be a really big sign or whatever you want really. Just doing a small one here, see. Put these kinds of like signs and stuff if you want to do it that way. Put it up there, you can make it smaller, bigger, whatever you want. Thinner, whatever you want to do it like, you know. It's not the best, but you know what I mean. You can put all. It's not even in the right place about the best. Where is the damn thing? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to move this into place. Move tool into place. Sorry about these advertisements, I really am, that keep popping up, you know. And then again, sorry about these advertisements, I really am, guys. Selecting that, joining them up, okay. And then you got your things, you know, you can have all kinds of stuff. It's not a silly little thing, I'm just showing you just to give you some ideas, okay. The roofs are not even put on here properly either, okay. But thank you for watching this, okay. Don't forget wireframe mode 2 and X-ray here as well. It can help you to like see what you're doing a bit better. So when you want to see that, you've got, as I say, solid mode, solid view, rendered view, and wait for it to load. And you also got a thing called look dev mode to see. And you can work your textures and colours and stuff when you want to do that as well. And they've got all kinds of things you can do to help you view your models in different ways. And you can paint extra detail, don't forget, on top, like cracks or graffiti or whatever you want on the walls and stuff as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks guys, hope you enjoyed it.